In the eyes of a primordial power, we're playing the game in our final hour. No dungeon deep, no matter where they dwell. We're unafraid. Give me a deck set. Counterspell!
Pull up a chair and grab your dice. The time will fly when you improvise. 20s for all and all for one. With Snapdragons, the time has come. Snapdragons! Yeah!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's session. We are the Snapdragons, a group of unlikely friends from around the globe who get together for the love of role-playing games. My name is Omar, and I will be the DM for this campaign set in Eberron. So, welcome back. As always, I'm very lucky to play with these wonderful people around me. If you are watching this episode, which is like episode 8, you probably know who we are vaguely at this point, unless you skip through the timeline thing. So if you are watching this, you probably are going to skip this. But if you're watching this for the first time without watching any of our previous episodes, that is certainly a choice because these episodes are really cool. So if you'd like to go back and watch them and then like them and comment and saying that, hey, Omar sent me here from episode 8, that would be great. But you can do whatever you want, no judging. Anyway, I don't know what that was about. We have a great cast, as always. Please introduce yourself, starting with David. Tell us who you are and who you play as.
Hello, I'm David. I'm playing the Khorvaire Bard, and everything hurts. I throw it to Josh.
Hey, I'm Josh, and everything hurts. I'm playing Jonas, human sorcerer, currently knocked unconscious. What up? Hey, man in the hat. Who are you?
I am Nate, and the man in the hat, and I am playing a roguish corpse. We will see. We will see. What will we see? We won't see a lot from a lot of action from Taxica this session. Rigor mortis will set in the next few rounds. Let's take this ride. Sam, I'm throwing it to you.
Hello, I'm Sam. I am playing Khorvaire, and my manga recommendation for this week is Fire Punch by the author of Chainsaw Man, Fujimoto Tatsuki. It's very, very, very good. I'm ignoring the death. Andre.
Hello, everyone, from my end as well. I am Andre. I am feeling great. Max, maybe not so much, but he doesn't feel any pain. He's unconscious, so it's okay. But he is a Blade Singer wizard for the foreseeable future, unless my DM decides to kill him today. And if he does, it's all his fault. Guys, go type in the comments. Omar is being mean to Max. Boo and everything. So, last but not least, Jack.
Yep. Last again. It's fine, guys. We'll just talk about that later. It's only like the third time in a row, but it's fine. It's whatever. We're all friends here. I'm playing Sentinel, who is a Warforged fighter, and he still is the best friend he's the best friend of the corpse.
Boy.
For now.
Well, we only save you for last because you're awesome, Jack. Okay, introductions out of the way. Snapdragons, please let us dive back into the world of Eberron in this campaign in Sharn, the echoes of Mourning. So, last session, the party attended the masquerade hosted by House Lyrander in their Stormwind Keep, in Upper North Edge in Sharn. The festive and luxurious event. What the fuck is happening? God damn it. Why does it do that?
Your camera is rolling death saves.
What is it? I don't know why it does that. There's no reason for it to do that.
As you all know, this is how technology is trying to save all of us from imminent doom.
Yeah.
Technology's cutting attention.
Oh, it's trying to take over. It's become sentient. It's gonna
Yeah,
kill us all.
it wants to play D&D now. It's
Yeah.
like it's my turn.
Yeah.
You had your fun. You had your fun. Now take a back seat. Let the pros
Yeah.
handle this.
If you roll your dice virtually, if they're really good, then yay technology. If they're really bad, it's trying to kill us.
Yep.
Should work. I leave the phone at stay awake. It just doesn't want to stay awake. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I think we will roll back the recap bit from the start. Or what would we? Okay. So last session, should we count us in, or are we still recording? What is happening right now?
Let's just keep going. Hi, everybody. This is what the behind
Hello.
the curtain looks
This is
like.
what-
Yeah. This is always when we don't do anything to fix the hiccups.
We are not professionals. We
No.
don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there was a masquerade. The party attended it. It was warehouse Lyrander, and then the event erupted into chaos as agents of the extremist Karnathi Necro terrorist Order of the Emerald Claw broke in the keep, led by a large suit of heavy armor calling itself the Flail of Karnath. And in 30 seconds, that felt like 3 hours, our group engaged in a fierce battle with agents of the Emerald Claw, defeating a bunch of them, banishing their leader for a while, before it was revealed that the suit of armor was nothing but a cacophony of tormented souls, dark metal, and the bones of the dead, combined together with a spark of blind vengeance and illusions of righteousness and Karnathi honor. And so it was reforged, and the battle erupted anew, with members of our group falling unconscious and waking up multiple times until this reforged Flail of Karnath almost failed by the radiant powers of Khorvaire's blade, decided to kill one of the unconscious people to refuel itself, and thus Daxoketh, our beloved Siren politician, was killed, slammed by necrotic punches and the heavy flail of the Flail of Karnath. And so we pick up at the top of the 6th round as Daxoketh's lifeless body lies on the floor. Agents of the Emerald Claw keep attacking guests in side rooms of this keep. And as Daxoketh exhales his final breath, we drift with it as it mingles with a swirl of mist floating through endless caverns and bleak passages of grey stone. Daxoketh, you step into a realm, and wherever you go, shadowy figures reach towards you, but you only feel the faintest of chill as their fingers just pass through you. The mist pools around your feet, and as you press forward, you realize that this swirling mist is moaning in pain, agony, sorrow.
Daxoketh, always the avoidant. He feels the emotion, and he wants to get away from it. so he's gonna keep running, dodging shadows if he can.
Okay. So give me a stealth check.
Oh, sure. Let's see. With my cloak of elven kind, I get advantage to checks, if I'm still wearing it.
I would say in this case, you don't have the magic item on you.
It's not bad. 22 total.
Okay. So you go through the mist, trying to evade the shadows, trying to get out of it, until you find yourself at the foot of like this raised platform of gray stone, and you see a figure standing above it, like an elvish entity with very pale features, wrapped in a dark cloak, standing up on this raised old stone platform. Their eyes are completely black, like a void, and they are like staring down at you.
Yeah, I freeze in my tracks, being stared at like that. What's around me?
So looking around, all you see is this just like mist that you try to get away from, but it's coming back around you again. You look up and you see just like dark gray stone. There is no sky here.
Creepy. um, I wordlessly look back at this person staring at me. I don't approach any further. About how far apart are we?
I would say like they are like above you, maybe like 7 feet or so.
Oh, okay. I ask, where are we?
This is Dulra. You have died.
Didn't know what I was expecting. Probably not this. No.
The figure is still looking down at you, and you hear its voice carried by the mist around you, almost like whispers. These are the remnants of souls who have forgotten themselves. And in time, your memories will fade as well. Painful or joyful, all will be erased.
I look down at my body. Am I whole? Am I corporeal?
You're a little bit spectral. Like there are parts of you that are like shifting around, and you can see the mist going through you.
Oh. Well, shit. And who are you? How do you know so much about this place?
I serve the queen of this realm. I'm here to guide you, to cherish your memories. For the Queen allows everyone who passes through the chance to experience their life one last time before you lose it forever, before you lose yourself.
This feels like a story. Feels like something you'd read about.
I assure you, this is all very real. You have died. This
No way out of it?
place is not the embodiment of death, but it's where souls go after their bodies die.
Well then, fine. What's next?
If you want to just be forgotten, you can. But if you want a chance to revisit your life one last time, you have it around you. And you see like the mist is getting a little bit thicker, and we see like shadows dancing in it with fragments of imagery and sounds that are familiar to you. They almost like draw you in towards them. But that pull, that decision is finally yours to make.
Does anyone ever choose to just forget?
Many do.
Why?
They don't want to go through these memories once more. They are done.
I've always wanted to know myself better.
Step into the mist.
Yeah, I will step into the mist.
Okay. So as Naxokith gets in the mist, and before we see what this could be, we are pulled back to the current moment, back in Eberron, back at Stormwind Keep. The magic of the masquerade has long passed. There is no more glamour around. There is no more lights that evoke the feeling of being underwater. This is just carnage and death and the remains of bones and dead people. And Sentinel, you just saw this large armored figure slam and crush your dearest friend body. It is your turn, so tell us how Sentinel feels in this moment.
I think obviously he was just under the control of Merrick's, and he kind of comes to, and he sees this happen, and I think he, first of all, he would go running up. He'd run up, he'd leap, through the air, land next to Daxakith, see him on the floor. And then he'd look up at this thing, the flail of Karnath, and feel anger towards it. And then he'd look back at the door and feel anger towards Merrick's. And then look down at himself, realizing that his friend died while he was off protecting the last person he would want to be protecting, instead of here defending his best friend. he feels anger towards himself, and I think in a moment of just being completely overwhelmed by emotion, like he really doesn't feel anything. He kind of defaults. Everything becomes too much, and it's gone. It's shut down. And as that happens, he kind of something clicks in him. As he kind of steps back and shakes his head, and then he falls to his knees, to his hands and his knees, as the clothes that he's wearing, the nice clothes that he's wearing, begin to tear and rip as his back opens up and extends, and his shoulder blades pop out and extend, his arms lengthen, his legs lengthen and get bigger. And as he stands up, he is suddenly this like 10, 11 foot tall, huge automaton. And as he looks at this creature, at this thing, his jaw unhinges, and two plumes of steam come firing out of his mouth as a great amount of pressure is released. And in a moment of just pure instinct at this point, the shield is still away. He takes the hammer in two hands, and he just goes for a full overhand swing.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
We in a mech fight right now? Is this
Power
21.
Rangers.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
What's happening right now?
It's Godzilla vs. King Kong.
This is cooler because it's armor and robots.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Savage Attacker to reroll.
Okay.
19 points of magical bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys see those who can, they are conscious around. You see Sentinel's eyes
Leovasis.
like glow with a vibrant red as like the wooden parts of his design enlarge, and you see like pieces of rubble and glass that are around gets incorporated into his form, as like the metal frame of his body is, detaches a little bit and enlarges, and you grow in size like that, and you go with the hammer two-handed and you just like punish the flail of Karnas for what it did. And with this like very heavy hit, you can see immediately that it's it took a hit. It took a very pretty big and sizable hit.
Okay. Well, as I hit, and it kind of reels back a bit from the force, I reach out with one hand and I grab it by the shoulder, pulling it back, and then with my other hand I slam the warhammer back into it again.
Go ahead.
It's 18. It's not bad.
18 just hits.
Get him.
What is?
Get him.
10, 20 points of magical bludgeoning.
Sentinel, how do you want to kill the flail of Karnas?
Let's go.
Yeah, so again, I
Nice.
stand up, huge two plumes of steam come out, big overhand swing, knocks it, it kind of falls back a bit from the impact. I grab it by the shoulder, pulling it back, and then I bring the hammer down once, like a hammer on an anvil, and then I just keep going and going and going and going until it's just like a mess of metal and pieces on the floor.
As you do that, as you like unleash you rage and fury and martial abilities into this attack, the flail of Karnas, its voice crushed. It's almost like becomes like multiplied, like multiple spirits, vengeful and very angry, just like shouting at you. The Lady El Maro, the Queen of Undeath, will topple your nations, and Karnath will rule Khorvaire as we, the children of Karnath, deserve. You will die, and this empire will be ours. But then, as the model, the armor breaks and it falls on the floor, this green mist of vengeful spirit just like billowing out of it, and you see faces contorted with bane, and they all just like drift in the air. The flail of Karnath is no more.
Yay!
Yay.
So, initiative is
Yay.
still on because we need to roll stuff. But is this your turn, Simpson?
Yeah. There's not really much else I can do.
Fantastic.
I'll
Okay.
tell you what, I will second wind and get some health back.
Okay. Cool. Okay. That's great. That was great. So after this display of anger and bane, you see a figure flying from the top floor. Dantian, the Lorander, arrives. Kraken mask still intact on his face, but he takes it down as he descends on that big storm spire at the middle of the hole here, and he screams in bane as he sees the Lorander heirs on the spire. As he looks around, he sees those like 2 or 3 Emerald Claw agents in that other room, and you see his mark like flares up as he channels power into the spire itself, and you see like his arms gets a little bit like charred from the electricity, and even like his tears in this scene that he's making is like flowing a little bit in the lightning energy, and it channels all of that as this wave of destructive lightning power into that room, into those Emerald Claw agents, and almost like fry them with a single strike. And yeah, that's what happens. And then Leovar, you are up.
Okay. Lot to process. Leovar, in his own way, is emotional. He's in a state, left eye closed, blood pouring over it. Hit with shock with what happened to Daxakith, and maybe has a moment of glancing at him coming down with the mark, that guy, and a moment of disdain, but he starts running this way on instinct. He can only go so far, so he'll just stumble as he runs, tripping over debris, but keep going, and he'll just cough out, and a bit of a breeze blows out from him as he'll just call out, "Jonas!" And I'll give a healing word to Jonas, as I can't get in contact with him this round. So Jonas, you get... Okay, that's a good healing word. 11 hit points, Jonas. And I'll use my action to pick up speed, and I'll run towards Max, and I'll end my turn.
Okay, great. So Jonas, you are back up, and as that happened, you look around you, and in this moment of like reeling from being woken up like this, you see Daxokith like right beside you, and like you feel Like you feel that he is still, like there is this thing where you feel like he is still there, but he is fading and will keep fading more and more. But it's not your turn. It is Max. So Max, I would like you to roll a death save for me.
Yep. All right. Wait, do I tell you or?
Yeah, you can send it in the
Okay,
chat.
I'll in private chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, after Max's turn, as the guests begin to go out of the estate, guards begin to move in. Now that the magic of the masquerade has been destroyed, the people of or the guards of this place can now actually hear what's happening inside, and they begin to rush in. You also see two more Deneth like guards in their chimera attire get up from the lower floor. Blood and stains of the battle that happened in the lower floors are on them. One of them in particular seems a little bit older, like an older human, like all Deneth heirs are, and seems to be like a captain of some sort. And he screams for Dantian that they have been betrayed. Like someone has bypassed the wards that were put on the estate. Like they knew what the weak points were. That attack was fast and very well coordinated. But that's it for these guys. Now it's Jonas's turn.
Well, is there something that I'm identifying specifically that lets me? You said he's fading. Like what does that
I would say
mean?
give me an Arcana check.
All right. It's a 15.
Okay. So basically, your essence, your essence as a shadow sorcerer, you feel his soul has left his body. It is fading in the realm of the souls. Like he is still around in that realm. He's not gone yet from that, and so there is a little bit of him that is still around. But you can basically, he can still be brought back to life if you can find a way to do that.
Oh no! I mean, good. I don't know what to. I don't know what to do. I would. Are there still bad guys around?
There are like two Emerald Claw agents in this room, like above you, and a zombie. Some zombies.
Okay. Well, I guess I will put my hand on. Pretend that your eyes are open, and I'm gonna touch your face and say, "Hold on, please, hold on." Dexakith, and I do have a healer's kit that I could use, I think, to go over to Max, and well, I guess, yeah, I could stabilize him. We don't know what he just rolled. That's what I'll do. I'm sort of
fair.
I think there's a panic going on. It just to hit something to save somebody. He's fading, but he's here. Run over, use the healing kit on Max, because I think that's what my character would do.
Okay, so you can do a utilize action with that. You will have the DC on the tool itself. It tells you.
And then I do have a bonus action then. This door's open, yeah? This like little pathway?
This here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can see
Okay.
inside.
Well, I think I have line of sight then of both of these zombies, and I'm gonna use. I do have 2 sorcery points left. I'm gonna use a quicken spell to cast my a 3rd level scorching ray.
Let's go.
And are we ruling innate sorcery?
Yeah, it's still up.
Okay, cool. Then let's go for the close one. Oh, Jack, you told me how to roll correctly, and I forgot.
Hold shift.
There's a 25 for that one.
That hits.
There's 11 points of fire damage on the first one.
Okay, yeah, that is enough. That is a zombie. It gets burned and it gets charred and it falls. It's dead.
Okay. Hate you. And then the second one, I still am within range, so let's send as many as we need to go that way. Hold shift, you promise? Wow, nice. 25 again.
That is.
So there's 4 points of fire damage. I've got 2 more left if I need it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do another one on that.
Cool.
On that bad boy.
That one's probably a 24.
That is.
For 8 more points of fire damage.
That is enough.
Okay. Move, get out of the way, whack, whack. And I mean, I have 1 more left. I guess I can't. This map is so spread out. Is there anybody else who can get this right now?
No. Yeah. Yeah, I guess this guy. Yeah.
Okay. I fire the final one that direction. Let's do it. Jack, this is amazing. There's a 27 there. Cool.
That hits.
For 6 points of fire damage in that direction.
Okay. These guys are a little bit weaker. They're not as well armored and they're not as healthy. But that will not be enough to kill him in that round. So they're still around.
I would just try to catch Leovar's eyes, and you would. There's so much panic going on. I don't know what's going on. That's my turn.
Cool.
Yeah, Leovar's one eye is basically shot, blood's in it, and he's got tears streaming down his right eye.
Okay. Khorvaire, you are up.
Okay, so the place above, is that upstairs or can Khorvaire run to it?
No, you can run up to it.
Okay, he gets as far as the door. And because he can hear he could hear the civilians, so he can't reach the guy, so he's going to have to cast Toll the Dead on number 8.
Okay.
Well, succeed in a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom, that is 12.
It fails. Has it been injured? Oh wait, no, sorry.
No.
We go for number 7. Sorry. Or does it matter?
Yeah, sure.
Just because if it's injured, it does a little bit of extra damage. So, where's my d12? Nope, that's not you. That is 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, yeah.
And he's just gonna shout again, "Get out! Just get out, all of you!"
Okay.
I don't think he can do anything else.
Yeah, but this Toll the Dead, again, these are a little bit weaker. And as you do it, this necrotic energy explosion hits the agent, and their body begins to deteriorate, and they fall dead.
Awesome. That is my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay, going back to Daxukith then.
I roll to attack.
So, Daxukith, you step into the mist and it envelops you, and you feel your senses, they begin to drift and fade, and you begin to go to this like cold and rainy winter night in Mitrol in the year of 1973. At the beginning of that year, and you don't have the memories of the future. You are basically this guy in bed when you hear a knock at the doors of the Ertikran estate at 2 past midnight, and you know only like one guest who could dare to visit in such late hours. So do you go and check it out?
Yeah. I get out of bed with a little bit of urgency, as it seems to be late.
So you go out, and already the house butler, Ilmisworth, he took a few minutes to ready himself and open the door, but it's quicker than you, while you snuck out of your bed and stepped onto the railing of the 3rd floor of this estate, looking down at the entrance hall, now only dimly lit by candlelight and the pale orange red color of the moon Arif filtering from above through like the glass domed ceiling of the estate itself. Drops of rain ricocheting off of it, and you can hear these droplets. The visitors in the night are a familiar-looking, tall elf man, no older than 30, or at least that's how he looks, with like very dark, long hair, wearing a navy cape and dark leather attire. You know this person as Uncle Devan, and he visits normally this late at night, and he visits every couple of months. But with him tonight is this like elvish girl who is maybe like a year or two younger than you, so about 10 or 12, 10 or 11 years old, with like long dark braids, wearing like a heavy black coat that seems to like be larger than herself, like it's probably Devan's, and she's wearing that over a simple gray dress, and her eyes are like very, very cold, just like staring forward. But as you sit there like looking, you feel your head, you feel something like smack your head, and you hear the voice of your grandma. What did I tell you about snooping around, Daxukith? This is not a nobleman behavior. You should get dressed and come with me to greet the guests. Otherwise, I will I will cut you off the inheritance.
As I suppose Daxaketh now is lost and in this memory. Yeah, I fully embrace this memory of being a child, and I'm stalling because I'm trying to get the voice back to me. I got it earlier. Grandma, there's a stranger outside this early in the morning. I don't like it.
This you look back and this half-elf woman who is like is incredibly old, her face wrinkled, yet her eyes had like a sharpness to them. But her attire is immaculate for someone who were waking up at 2 in the morning. She goes, just chop, don't have time to waste. We will see when we get there. And she goes down, but she goes down slowly, and you're not sure if this is because she's very old or because she like is giving you time to get ready and
Yeah.
catch up to her. But you eventually do, and she like steps down to the entrance hall, now lit by a little bit of candlelight that Ilmsworth has put. You see Devan sitting on one of the chairs of this entrance, as well as the little girl. And the old woman comes up to him and she goes, "Uncle Devan, long time no see. Don't tell me that in those 20 years you did not contact your great-grand-niece. You went and got yourself another child. That would be incredibly rude." And at this moment, Daxoke, Devan looks up at you and Elmsworth, and you know that Devan was here for but the life of the artist is quite a busy one, especially when you are traveling around doing shows on behalf of the house. The morale of the soldiers and the propaganda needed for the citizens is something that all nations are investing heavily in. So I assure you, I had no time to father any children. This is Lilia. She is the daughter of a friend. Her parents, they died in the war. But as you see, she survived and she is a full elf, which means that the mark of shadows could appear on her. So I thought that no one can take care of her but you, because of your elegance and your kindness and your warmth. And I am sure that you can fill for the absence of her parents. Your grandma just like nods and she goes, "You think so highly of me, uncle, but why should I do any of that when there is a Fjarland enclave in the city? She would no doubt find lots of care in there amongst her own, and they will prepare her for the test of Sybaris, and if she doesn't develop the mark, they will find something for her to do there, I'm sure." And Devon looks around, he looks at you, Dax. What does Dax feel about all of this?
Daxaketh is he's young. Would you say about 8-ish? Maybe a little older?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
12, 13 maybe.
12, 13. Okay. Yeah. God, he is. It's that awkward stage. And he sees a pretty young girl about his age, and he's half hidden behind a tall vase, and he kind of like just stands there, and he's looking at her, and every time she looks at him, he kind of looks away. He doesn't know what to do. It's that's a girl. And then he realizes, oh, Uncle Devon was talking to me. I'm sorry. What was the question again?
There was no question to you, Daxos. How are you? How are your lessons though?
Very good. Grandmama was just reminding me that gentlemen don't lean over the balcony, and but I'm striving. Elmsworth is also getting on my case, but yeah, his confidence was completely shaken. He was this young girl showing up in the middle of the night has thrown him for a loop.
He just gives you a little bit of a pat on the shoulder, and he looks back at your grandma and goes, well, she might get better training at the Fjarlan enclave, but I want her to live a relatively normal life until her mark appears, away from the shadows and what they conceal. And in the meantime, I will stay here and I will train young Daxokith in the ways of the house, and he will carry the Tikran name to heights that were never reached before. He would be a great dancer, let me tell you that.
Daxaketh makes a look like, oh my god, not the dancing again. And he gauges, like, is the girl looking at him yet? Does the girl want him to be a dancer? Because if she wants him to be a dancer, he'll be a dancer. You know.
Give me an insight check.
Sure. Want me to just use level 7 insight? Might as well.
He was a prodigy, that kid.
Yeah. Well, it's not great. I rolled a 5. I have a 4, a plus 4, so a 9.
Okay. So if Nexokith's mind, this girl who is looking almost like shell-shocked, just staring at like a candlelight. But it so happens that the candlelight is just like behind your head, so you think that she is looking at you, and that she definitely wants you to train under Uncle Devon's dancing routine.
Thinks dancing's cool. Nice.
But then the grandma goes, well, another kid to care out for. What is the harm? I have cared for multiple kids at the same time before. And Ilmsworth cuts in, saying, may I remind you that you were much younger and the staff was much larger back in those times, my lady. And she goes, thank you for your valuable contribution, Ilmsworth. Very useful, but I have decided, Daxokith, come on, say hi to your new friend.
Yes, hello. I'm Daxokith. I live here.
Lilia nods, but she doesn't say anything. her expression just stays the same. And your uncle Devon goes, she's just terribly shy, and her parents' passing is taking its toll on her. Please be kind to her and just give her time to get used to all of this. But I'm sure that you will be great friends in no time.
Yeah, Daxica, this is heavy. He's processing it as much as a awkward kid can.
But this moment, as you look at Lilia, and she's genuinely looking at you now, although she is not looking at you with any sort of warm expression. But this moment is important to young Daxokith. And so will it linger in the mist as we go back to Eberron, go back to the current moment with Sentinel, who just demolished those people. And I will say that Sentinel, you have this moment where you feel like you are not in control, like you just went berserk for a second here, and you hear Merix's voice in your head, calling from somewhere not here, and goes, "Thank you for the help. You were magnificent. I see that you have unlocked one of the upgrades. That is very nice to see. I can't wait to see what you will do with the others when you find them."
I don't even know what he'd say. This is too much happening at one time. I think he's just not going to say anything. I think
Yeah,
at
you
this
don't
moment he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to reply. But yeah, it is your turn if you want to do anything. It seems like the attack here has been like mostly dealt with. Like just this one guy at the other room that is still around.
I think he needs something to hit right now. I think so. He's gonna run up this way. He's just gonna like huge, massive sentinel comes barreling past you guys, past Leovar and Khorvaire. And then as he kind of rushes through the doorway, he doesn't duck enough and he splinters half the doorway off. And then I will use the remaining 10 feet to activate the boots of springing and shining,
Cool.
which will get me just here. Let's move this thing. And then I'm gonna whack this guy.
Whack him.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Use Savage Attack, it's a reroll. $21 points of magical bludgeoning.
That is what you needed as you go and you just you land again, like you're jumping and jump and you take the warhammer and you go and you crush that thing, that agent, and he just looks up at you in horror as he sees what is about to happen to him. The red eyes glowing, your massive frame just like coming down and crushing him. It's very gory, it's very brutal. But yeah, this guy is done, and with that, the danger of combat is gone, really.
With my extra attack, I just kick him.
Yeah, whatever remains of his destroyed, shattered spine gets thrown out by you. But with that, I would say initiative is uncalled for. Max is stable. Everything is fine. Not really. But
Everything is not fine.
Can I cure wounds?
Carver is. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
No, I was prepping. You get a second level cure wounds. 10, 18. Max, you hear Leo's hands go on your chest. There's this crackle of lightning. It jolts into you, and you'll just hear your name called out as by Leovar. Max, come on, wake up! And you'll feel a jolt through your body, and your eyes will snap open, and you heal. Oh no, I moved one of them. I think I said 23. I moved one of the dice. I think it was 23.
Nice.
22? He was 22. Go at 22. Maybe we'll go
22.
Yeah.
Max, like, his eyes flash open, and he, like, grabs your hands as he says a word. Funny! Oh. Leovar, thank you. What happened here? And I like look around as my eyes get adjusted back to the light. See the scene in front of me, the enemies, missing or dead. Everyone still standing, and he becomes a bit proud or happy for a moment, but then he sees, Daxaket laying there, and he's, what about Dax?
Jonas will sort of try to snap himself as his thoughts are swirling and say, we don't have time. We don't have time. And he'll look at Max, Leovar, Khorvaire, and he'll call for Sentinel, and he'll try his best to explain that he doesn't know how he knows. He doesn't even know what he's talking about, but he believes with his whole heart that Daxakith is still floating somewhere, but fading fast, and we need to move now somewhere to try to get him back. He's not gone yet.
Oh, okay, but where? How?
You deal with shadows. You deal with shadows. Yeah. You, wizard. Sorry, I'm pointing at a camera. My fault.
As this moment happens, you guys hear Dantian. He takes off the mask and he looks down at this carnage, and he just like shouts to the guards around, bring the Jurassico healers now.
Jurassico, maybe House Jurassico can do something. Leovar is saying quietly to them, hearing that shout. Maybe. Leovar does stumble his way over to Daxkit, though. Because he's quite upset. He's spent the last 5 months working very closely with Daxkit, who's kept his distance, but Leovar never pushed to make him go out of his comfort zone to get to know him better, thinking he'd have all the time for Daxkith to open up at a pace that was comfortable to him.
See, as the guests like go out from those side rooms, Dantian goes around and he looks at each one of them. He looks. I'm very sorry for what happened today. This was a terrible attack. I'm extremely sorry. And you see that that room that was closed for most of the or all of the time that you have been here. You see a couple of like Khorvaire like get out of that room, still have their masks on, and they're like dragging behind them like 3 Emerald Claw agents whom they have defeated. Most of them have the mark of storms like somewhere tattooed on their body, but they are openly like sharing that even in the masquerade. And they all like get around around Dantian, who just like looks like very, very angry and solemn as he looks at the corpses of the 2 people on the spire here, as if saying that we have lost some of our people here today. And as he looks around, he sees Daxoketh on the floor, and he is a half-elf, and so he approaches the group, and he looks at those of you who are still alive, and he goes, I'm terribly sorry for this. I don't know how this happened. It's these people, they have no mercy.
I'll be sorry.
Eberron.
Can you do something?
Yeah, I come stumbling back out that room at this point. As I come back out the door, my left arm finishes kind of going back up into its shoulder and normal again, and I kind of lean on the doorway and I go, "Yeah, a healer's coming. Is anyone coming?"
I have asked for Jurassico healers for the injured, but I'm afraid that for people who died.
Halfway
will
through,
require
as he gets to
all
that
of
bit,
that.
I kind of briskly walk over to him, and I kind of grab him very firmly on the shoulder, and I look at him and I go, "All the magic in this damn world, and we can't get someone here to bring a man back to life."
Sentinel, it's not.
Max!
There are.
And he just puts a finger up. There must be something. I let go of him and I go over to Dax's body on the ground, and I kind of lean. So I kneel down, and I kind of like hands like under the shoulders, under the armpits, and I lift his body up and I go, "Come on, you stupid bastard! You're not dying." I look up at Jonas and I go, "What did you say? Something about he's not gone."
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just know
You don't know. Then why?
I don't know how to do anything that I do. I'm saying I feel like he's there. I something about there's a mist. I don't know. I can't. I just know that it's not over.
What does that mean? Does anyone know what that means?
Scrolling through my character sheet, just like anything.
Leovar, who was
If you don't know, you don't know. Sandra's just having a moment there. Best
Leovar
friend's
was
dead.
kneeling next to Daxkut, and he'll stand up as you kind of pick him up a bit, and he'll just put a hand on your arm, and and his voice is cracked, and he's crying. He said, "I'm sorry. Everybody's very confused, but if there's something we can do, we'll do our best. All right, but we're missing information, and we don't have a miraculous ability at our disposal right now. I'm sorry. I really am."
Dantian puts his hand on your shoulder, Leovar. He goes, I'm extremely sorry for your loss. I hope the Jurassico healers can do something for that. And he looks at you, and you're obviously a Khorvaire.
Yeah, my mask isn't on anymore.
And he, as he does that, and this seems like to be like a genuine, gentle moment from Dantian. You hear a voice just like screams from behind Dantian as this woman in this like beautiful blue mask augmented by magic to display a roiling storm, her black gown shimmering subtly with a blue glow. She goes and she grabs Dantian's hands and she like takes him off her shoulder, and you look back and you see this is like familiar frame at least, but then she takes off the mask and you see this is Zilara, your co-pilot back in the day. And she goes and she tells Dantian, you back away from this man right now. And he looks like puzzled for a second as she goes, this is an excoriate from the house. And she looks at you and she seems like very angry, and she very intensely says, you have desecrated this place by being here. You strayed off the path of the firstborn. This, all of this probably happened because of you. Because you dared to step here even though you were not allowed. How can you show your face at a place like this?
He's the one
Eberron-
because of which this place is still standing.
Eberron's eye twitches, and there's been so much building for the last couple of months. And a little part inside of him snaps a little bit. How dare I? Hello, Zilara, but how dare you for opening your viperous mouth? Look at all this around here. People, I desecrated this place by coming in here. I'll point at the Emerald Claw. They desecrated this place. They massacred people here. I did what I could to help as many people as I could. And that was a lovely speech, by the way. I looked to the guy who'd given the speech earlier. His name eludes me at the moment. Dantian. You know, you spit venom at me for doing something which a speech earlier this night seemed to be wholly encouraging, to look after the less fortunate, for lending aid to those that have no support. Very hypocritical, though, in my experience, because that's why I'm an excoriate, isn't it, Zilara? So why don't you just back off? I do not have the patience anymore to deal with people like you.
Max
He takes a
will
step back.
walk over to Leovar and like put his hand on his chest and just whisper into his ear, "It's not worth it. We need to get information, and we need their help with the healers."
Dantian just like steps up between you and Zilara, and he goes, that's enough. That is no place to do this, Zilara. Not a place, not the time. And then he looks at all of you and he goes, I appreciate your help. And I appreciate what you did here, those guests that are safe because of you. And I'm terribly sorry for your companion that you have lost today. A member of our extended family as Khorvaire. But I must ask you to leave. You have no place here. Not anymore. I'm sorry, but I cannot put the house in jeopardy. I cannot put myself in a position that will harm the prospects of the house.
Prospects of the house. Well then, I guess that makes your little speech earlier quite insincere, doesn't it? I don't want to be here anyway. And Leovar, who is frustrated, he sees that Daxagat is in Sentinel's arms, and with a surprising anger from Leovar, he glares at Zilara and then at Dantian, and then he will start limping towards the exit of this building.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
where to?
I lift Daxakith up very gently.
Yeah, you can't walk.
Nate, I hate you so much. Yeah, and I stand up. I, for one, am happy to leave and never come back here ever again. And I walk out.
Lovely party, I believe.
No.
My man, that was excellent.
Max is gonna take one last look around and then look straight at Dantian and Zalara and say, nod his head and say, and so another house loses a great member. Pathetic. All you care about is politics, all of you. And he'll walk away.
Okay. What is Khorvaire doing while all of this is happening?
He's just been kind of breathing heavily and trying to regain control over himself. So he's only been half listening. He does follow the group out though, and he will briefly put a hand on Max's shoulder and just squeeze, like, you know.
Max will look at Carver and just... For a moment, you see there is doubt and worry in Max's eyes, but it gets quickly replaced as... I'll tap your hand as well, and then flip away. I'll catch up in a moment. And he's gonna go after Jonas. As
schmoozing on the way out. This was actually pretty awesome. It's horrible. We can't stress how high the stakes are. We have to move, but thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, people give you like weird looks, like the people that you tell them that. They look around you like, who is this mad person? But they are preoccupied by leaving as well.
Taking handfuls of shrimp from the table.
Okay. You say you get me?
After we get out of the palace, and if there's a chance for me to get Jonas alone, even if it's later, there's something we have to discuss, it seems.
Okay.
So whenever there's a chance.
Yeah. I would say, where are you going to? Like, you get out of this place. Where are you going to?
Once we're outside, I guess the Eberron is stumbling ahead. Once he's a bit away from the keep, he just hand on a wall. He's in pretty bad shape. Like he's about to pass out, so I will use my last spell slot to heal myself. Because I'll do the math of that after. I will kind of look at Sentinel who was coming behind me more immediately. Sentinel, I don't. We can go to house, Jarasco. But I don't.
I stop. I guess just in the middle of the street, or wherever we are. Looking down at Dexter. There you go. You know, those people don't help people like us. We can go there. We should go there, but
I don't know where else to go. maybe a temple of the sovereigns.
We'll try. I'll give him everything I have.
And I will as well.
We'll make them do something.
I'll put my hand on your arm. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry, Sentinel.
Jonas said that thing about him not being fully gone, and well, he knows magic, right? So maybe that's something. You see his like hands are trembling as he's holding Dexicus. He looks at you as he says, right at the end of that sentence.
If there's something we can do, we'll find it. All right. I stayed with Daxkit for the 5 months you were missing, and there was not a minute of any hour of any day for the entire time you were gone that he was not doing everything he could to try to find you, and I did everything I could to help him do that. So I will do everything I can to help you.
I don't want to hear this right now. He's
sorry.
No.
Let's.
You both feel a hand on each of your shoulders, and Carver is gently pushing you both forwards. Let's talk. Let's get him to the house. And David, Leovar will be healed 10 points.
Thank you. I'll do the math on when I healed myself too, because I didn't.
As I'm walking, he died because of me, Leovar. I wasn't there. I've been there for him for as long as I can remember. Every tough scrape, every bad situation he got himself into, every time I was there. It was me. And the one time I wasn't, and I was helping that fucker, Merrick's. I had him over my shoulder, helping him escape, as my best friend died.
And tonight is not your fault. And I'll say something that may be a bit insensitive, but do not undersell Daxic's skills. You're very good at keeping him safe. But I have seen him in a lot of scraps in the last few months, and he has the ability to look out for himself too. So tonight was not your fault. It's the Emerald Claw. It's them. It is not yours.
Maybe. And I continue walking.
Okay. So, you're going to House Jurasco?
Yeah. House Jurasco.
I'm
Or
gonna
Temple
try.
of the Sovereigns if we happen to pass one of them first. Like, whatever is closer, basically.
I'll try. Sentinel will try any idea that he
Yeah.
can even think of.
And
Anything
Both
that
of those
might
are what we
work.
have on the table right now.
Okay. You are in upper north edge, so it's easier to get to central and to get to the Dragon Tower district and go to House Jurasco. But also, just so as I look at the thing, yeah. Yeah, it's easier to get to House Jurasco.
Go there first then. Whatever's closer.
Okay. There's also the Temple District of Sovereign Towers. That would actually be technically closer.
I mean, if it's closer, that one. Whatever's
Okay.
the first closest stop we can get to help him.
Yeah.
Okay. So cool. So you do that. You go, and it will take you time to get there. And as you do, we go back to the mist, where we see glimpses of years passing by. From here to from the point that Daxoketh met Lilia on that cold night, through a myriad of memories where we see him trying to get closer to her, trying to embrace her at times, although she doesn't really care about that so much. We see moments of them both training with Devon, and it is not just a dancing routine, Daxokith. There is sparring, there is training about stealth and hiding, and he instills in you the qualities of the house of shadows. The idea that they meld into the shadows, and they are very quick. And Lilia is ruthless in her sparring, even violent at times. And she has this sorceress power inside of her, like actual magic that is removed from the mark. But she seems to be gifted with some sort of sorcery. And so, what is the thing that will actually jump to Daxokith's mind as a memory that is core to him in those years?
Daxoketh fondly remembers sparring with Lilia, and she was a natural. She was excellent, and she was quite the opposite of Daxoketh. She was very emotional, or emotionless. She was a little emotionless and cold, calculating with her precision. And Daxoketh was really emotional with his fighting, and he'd break rules all the time. Yeah, he. But after a while of training with her, he saw the appeal of following the rules, and this memory comes to mind of him following the rules and techniques to a T, and actually winning a sparring match against Lilia. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so it's in this one of those sparring matches where you after you won, and you each of you go to their separate rooms. You catch Elmsworth as he's getting some tea to your grandma. As always, you have an etiquette session after sparring match, where grandma teaches you again and again proper etiquette, and she's wondering just why you're not learning it, even though you do at this point. And Emsworth just sees you, and he goes, "Good evening, sir. I cannot believe that years fly by this quickly. I can't remember you being a child running around these halls when you were no older than 7, but now you're 17. Yet for some reason, I feel like this was like too long ago. Like you should be a bit taller and older now, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
What are you accusing me of, Elmsworth?
Oh, nothing at all. What do I know? I'm just an old butler. If Lady Ilhana is happy, that's all that matters. Yes. He gives you like this card, and he goes, "It's the 177 New Year's Eve, and this is a formal invitation for Daxokith Ertikran to attend one of the Vermishards. It is hosted by House Fjarlan."
From whom was the invitation sent?
It's from House Fjarlan, not anyone in particular. It's to you, and there is another one for Lady Lilia as well.
Oh, well, I'll be sure to tell her the good news. I'm sure she could use some cheering up. She's been rather focused lately. Maybe a bit of a distraction to help her.
Yes, you go attend your lessons with the grandma. She will appreciate you being there. I will go and I will hand her the invitation myself.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Elmsworth. I suppose we'll have to get a new outfit.
Want to?
Should I give you my dimensions for a new outfit? I have some ideas.
Of course. Whatever you want.
He remembers times where, as a young child, like 7 or 8, causing Elmsworth a lot of trouble. But over the last 10 years, they've settled into a groove. One of mutual respect where Daxiketh knows if he makes Elmsworth's life miserable, Elmsworth will in turn make Daxiketh's life miserable. So they've gotten to this stalemate, but mutual appreciation of each other's abilities. Yeah, and then he goes to his grandmama for his lesson.
Okay. So we go back away from this moment, back in Eberron, where our party are approaching one of the temples in Sovereign Towers. And here you are met by just like the sheer I wouldn't say like the power of the place, but what you sense is like these holy buildings, they carry weight just by being those locations of worship, locations where the sovereigns are invoked, and so it has like the representation in art and architecture, like statues, paintings, and mosaics of deities everywhere, and like these great temples that stand out in the lesser buildings. The central plateau of this district houses some of Sharn's greatest monuments of faith. Unfortunately, as this is the wild night, and you go here, the only place that is open is the pavilion of the host. It is the largest temple complex that is devoted to the sovereign host in Sharn, and it's like this grand open tower that's ringed by temples dedicated to each of the 9 deities in the pantheon. And in the central pavilion, like sacrifices that are offered in major festivals and the like are here. But you go inside and it's open, and most of the rituals and the sacrifices here are led by a high priest, Faso Mogan, who is this like stoic dwarf person who is like famous in Sharn for being the head of this temple. And here in this night, in the wild night, he is leading some sort of prayer in this location to like guide the faithful of the host so they do not fail into the temptation of the fury. And so when you join, you see a number of priests that are like walking around, just focusing on the thing, but also attending to the needs of people who could come by. And they see you with Daxukith, like dead body, and the two of them like rush towards you to see if this man's like injured, what they can do.
And we're all covered in debris and blood too. We're all looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
They
would like to add that I totally ripped the sleeves off of my magenta suit, so now it's sleeveless and dope.
So as they see all of this, they particularly see Jonas's attire, and it's very distracting. But they see you approaching, and they go towards you, and you see like one of them, this like halfling person, just like puts their hand on you, like center as you approach with the body, and she goes, "This is a place of worship. I'm terribly sorry. You can't just barge in like this unless you want to join the ceremony."
Where else am I meant to go?
House Jurassico Healing is 2 districts down of here.
Exactly. I don't know how much time we have.
She goes and she casts a spell at Daxukith, and she goes, I would say he has a couple of days before his soul is completely gone in Dulra.
You did something. Does that mean? I'm sorry for intruding. We'll go to Jurassico. You think there is something we can do if we're quick?
You can raise him from the dead, but it's a costly thing to do, and you will have to basically get in line. House Jurassico, they have lots of people, lots of important people that they care to.
I see. We will head there. Thank you for your assistance and what you just did there as well. Sorry for.
I just have to say that if he was a follower of the sovereigns, it's better not to disrupt his rest. He will join the realm of the sovereign.
I leave.
Once his soul is.
The moment she gets like partway through that and I hear what she's talking about, I just go. I turn around and walk out.
Okay. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He goes to leave as well. He just says he's sorry and follows Sentinel.
That's not happening.
Okay.
As
no
people
peaceful send off for you, man. You're coming back. I don't care.
As people rush out of the temple and like towards our next destination, assuming House Jurassico, Max is gonna pull Jonas behind like a pillar or a wall, outside of just outside of the temple, or at least outside of like earshot and out of hair of the people praying. And he's gonna push you against the wall and look at you, and you see that he is on edge, and he is nervous and more aggressive towards any of you that you've seen before. As he looks you straight in the eye and says, "How? How do you know?"
I don't know. I don't know.
The shadows. You mentioned the shadows.
I thought. What do you? Yeah, you work with shadows, don't you?
Jonas, if you're fucking with me right now, I swear to God. And he has his hand like on his rapier.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, I'm confused. I work with shadows. That's kind of my thing. That's why I was chosen in Fairhaven to try to carry out what I tried to carry out. Is I can move with shadows. I think that's how I can't explain it. I think that's how I saw what I saw with Daxakith. And hey, I don't know if, I guess that's a secret for you, but I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, pass without a trace. Yeah, whenever you do your things, it's like it's all darkness, and your whole vibe is kind of dark. I mean, like game recognized game, but like you're kind of shadowy. I don't know. Am I wrong?
No one has figured it out. It's been 27 years.
Hey, well,
I'm dead to the world. And then you waltz in here and you start talking about shadows in front of my face, in front of everybody to hear.
sorry. I won't do it again.
Sorry.
Quick. We have but a second to now. The couple you made, the time. Can you? I don't see where this would help us at this point anymore. We need to go to sleep eventually. I cast darkness. The spell around us both.
You see Max loses like sense of direction, looking around. What are you doing?
Can you see?
No, I can't see.
Okay,
What
then.
the hell?
I was just a test. I didn't know if you. And he drops the spell. It's just like, okay, so we just forget about it. I don't know. You have nothing to do with shadows. See, look, you can't even see through darkness.
He's like breathing heavily.
Do you want to talk
really...
about something? Do you need to talk?
You are either the dumbest person or the smartest person I have ever met. And I've not decided yet. Keep your mouth shut about shadows. He'll walk off and chase after the rest of the party.
Okay. So, after an hour of walking here from Sovereign Towers to Dragon Towers in Middle Central, if it weren't late at night in the time of the Wild Night, you would find like wealthy and important looking people like parade through this district with like escorts and sycophants and well-armed guards. But now the rainy streets of Dragon Towers stay mostly empty as sigils of the dragon market houses are in abundant view. You see the Gorgon of House Kenneth. You see the blinking dog of House Galanda. You see the Manticore of House Kundarak. Lots of houses in the place here, and you can see way up in the sky, like from here into the upper district, like above this, of highest towers, where the light of an elemental galleon can be seen docking on top of the tower of House Lyrander. And as you walk by towards the Banacium of House Jurasco, basically this big hospital in here, you pass by the Kenneth Tower, which is like this district has a part of that tower, and then it takes up like two other districts, the one above in highest towers, but also the one below in granite halls, filled with shops that can sell all sorts of equipment and magic items, wonders and trinkets. Yet it is like this late at night, it's not as populated. But finally, you make your way to the Banacium, where you enter this place and you feel like just the atmosphere of it's a hospital. And there is a desk with shelves behind with lots of papers in there, and this halfling, this unmarked Jurasco heir with like red buffy hair and big glasses, and he steps up into the desk a little bit, and he goes, "Welcome to the Banacium. How can we help you? You all look very bad. So a healing here, if you want to get some sort of magical care, that would be one gold piece."
No. We have had a bad night, and my friend here has had an even worse night. Please, can you do anything?
He looks down at you, at Daxokith, and he goes, "He's dead?"
Yes.
Yes, he's dead. Or something.
I see.
He's going to
Well,
be.
that would be 750 gold pieces to raise him from the dead.
I have 76.
I have
Yeah,
394 at your disposal.
Kind of hold him, like, support him on one arm, and I just take my whole coin purse off and put it on. I have 133 gold.
394, 76, 133. It's 603.
Sentinel, I don't think Daxikov would mind if you had a look at his coin pouch.
I turn to you with Daxicus, and he looks down at Daxicus, and there's an obvious feeling of like he's not gonna take his dead friend's money, and he just kind of looks at you, Carver, with a look of like, "Can you do it for me, please? Can you get his money off his hip?"
Oh.
And Carver just nods and gently takes the money away and has a look inside to see if he can make up the difference.
This is what we call looting the corpse.
Mm-hmm. How much does Daxokith have?
It's like, shit, I deleted the sheet.
195 gold and 7 silver.
100 gold. We were at 603, so it was 750. So we need 147 of your gold.
Okay. So yeah, you put the money in front of the clerk, and he goes, "That's great. You will have to wait for an hour, because there's only 2 people in this city who can perform this on house grounds, and right now one of them is in a pretty tough location in the upper worlds. There has been some sort of party that was crashed. It's terrible.
We're from there. That's where we came from. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
And I was fine.
That explains
And
it.
I was fine. Oh wait.
Yeah. The other one is at home, so we would have to bring him here. But yeah, if you can, wait. We would bring. Please wait in the waiting room. And not with the corpse. We will take the corpse. But you can wait in the waiting room.
Can I stay with them?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Does Levar get a sense that Sentinel would rather be alone with Daxagith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rather be alone in general.
Okay.
At this point, right now.
Levar drops into a chair in the indicated space and is just staring ahead.
Okay. Cool.
Just
Is there any?
before,
Yeah.
sorry, just before he sits across from Leovar, Carver's gonna. He's still got that sword that he took. He's just gonna kind of look at it and whisper, "I did it right this time, right? I pulled myself back. I helped people. I did it right this time." And then he just goes and sits down.
That was
But he whispered
quiet.
that.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys sit around. Sentinel, you're taken by this clerk into like a room where they have like corpses in there. It's very cold. It doesn't really affect you as much. And in this very like gentle moment here, Daxagith, we go back to the mist with you, and we go to a moment that is much closer to the current day than the rest that we have seen. And in that moment, you are in high walls, and you have been here a while. You and your companion Sentinel. So why do you go and talk to Sentinel today?
I found a new a very nice, elegant travel size Conqueror game. It's like really nice looking, and yeah, he found it at some shop in High Walls and got it for a steal. And yeah, so he wants to go show Sentinel the new game, christen it, give it a nice first game to play with him.
So yeah, Sentinel. Daxagith enters this room with this mini conqueror.
Okay. Hey. What have you got there?
I just bought this new fancy game of Conqueror. Cost me 750 gold pieces.
So, for a board game,
Worth every.
it better be fucking gold
every
plated. Come on, let's have a look.
Yeah. So, sit down and start to play. Daxagith will open with Jaren's Gambit, as always. Trying to get Daxagith, trying to get a Sentinel off his game. Yeah.
Yeah. Sentinel, recognizing this move that you're trying to pull, decides to completely forego any strategy or any thought. He goes like full aggro. He's thinking, I can see that you're trying to throw me off. I'm not having it. And he just goes balls to the walls, crazy.
Really?
It doesn't work.
Play
It goes
for real.
terrible.
Play
I'm
for real.
playing
It's
for
not
real.
fun for either of us when you just
No.
move
You
pieces
see,
around.
you don't get it. You don't get it. You think you've got me, but you've not. You've not.
What
Just
are you
you
doing?
wait.
Your line's
Just you
completely
wait.
broken. You haven't even
That's-
tried to
uh,
heal it. It's look, there's holes everywhere.
Yeah, well, attack me then.
I will. And he does.
Oh. Yeah, you just destroy me because this does not. None of this makes any kind of tactical sense. And I'm like, you're like, yeah, whatever.
I never want to play with you again.
Why?
Because this is a game of strategy and you're completely throwing it out the roof.
You caught me off guard, okay, with that opening move, and
It's the same one I
thought-
do every time.
I thought I'd tried something different. Like, it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. This is good though. It's that big set's a bit too awkward to carry around. It takes up too much space. So
I agree. Any quiet moment we get, we can play and hone our skills.
the very
My
the very
grandmama
few
taught
that we
me
do get.
that opening move.
For only
Really?
750 gold pieces, you get a friend for life.
You played this with your grandmom,
Yes, my grandmama.
right? Yeah. I'd love to meet her. I'm sure she sounds great.
Well, she's well, unfortunately, you'd have to cast a spell to get anything from her these days. But
Right. Yeah, that whole thing.
yes, we fleshy people, we tend to just expire.
Yeah, that's I never really got that, but I suppose we do as well. Not in the same way, but that's rematch. I mean, I begin resetting the game. And
For
this
real.
time I will attempt some strategy.
Okay. So I would ask both of you to just give me a general intelligence check, because why not?
Oh boy. There's a reason Dexter always wins this game.
No. I don't know, I think we got Dumb and Dumber here. Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
straight intelligence.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You first.
17 with a -1. 17.
I also have a -1, and I rolled 1.
Damn.
Wow.
See,
Tactics
there's
just passes out.
at like a pivotal moment in the game where it's about to is about to heavily switch in my favor. Sentinel, he kind of just as he's about to make his move, he looks up and he goes, "See, they never expected when you lure them into a false sense of security the first game and then destroy them in the second. You've fallen right into it." And he makes a move that just completely, he gets his his entire army is round the back and the flank, and you stand no chance.
What the hell was that? Is that legal? What the hell?
Legal, of course it is. You can read the rules. You slacked and
He does.
you got
he opens
complacent.
up the huge 300-page rule book, and he's sifting through, looking through different maneuvers. Yeah. But fine. That's not any fun either.
Don't be a sore loser. Hey, I beat you fair and square.
A gentleman does not toss chess piece or conqueror pieces off of a table.
Yeah, especially when you've spent 750 gold on it. You ain't throwing nothing.
It clearly is not worth 750 gold.
This gold is flaking off.
Well, Well, it's been fun anyway. And I'm sure there'll be more times for us to play
Oh,
when
we've
you
got
don't
all the
get
time in the
yourself into
world.
trouble. Well, not the way you act. The amount of times I'm rushing around trying to save you. It's rare we get a chance to play stuff like this anymore.
It's the rushing around that keeps me alive. It's when I plant my feet.
It's
that's
me
when
that keeps
danger
you alive.
happens. All right, if
You
you
know.
insist. Just don't go too far.
You know me.
I can trust you. And I do.
Good. I trust you as well. That's you good?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay. If you're sure.
I'm sure. There's it's rare to be able to trust someone. You can't, don't mean to be waxing poetic here, but you know, you can't trust everyone, and well, we've had enough time together, and I trust you, and I know you trust me, and that's important. And he looks like he wants to say more, but he's nervous, and so he just says, "Thank you for being such a good friend. It's been good having friends again."
you going soft on me? No, it's
Say thank you for being a good friend. You say,
it's
cool.
yes, yeah, no,
Good to be
no.
your friend.
I was just okay. Less
You
of
got
that.
my back. I got yours. You
I will
know.
hit you. No, it has. It has.
No, you had to say, haha.
I didn't. I did.
Oh,
When I came here,
Daxica.
yeah, no, I like shoved the table slightly forward into you, and I'm like, nope.
And he catches a conqueror piece. A gentleman does not push conqueror pieces
Shut
off
up.
the table.
Shut up and let me. You had that your thing about me not repaying the saying it back. Be quiet. I agree. When I came here, you know, after the war, it was crazy, you know. When I wandered there not knowing what to do or where my life was going. I mean, everything I knew had just suddenly ended, and you know, what do you do when suddenly someone tells you that you're not supposed to do the thing you've done your entire life? And when I came here, I'd hoped that, you know, I could start something new, and then, you know, we just finished with the war, and, you know, maybe there'd be celebration and things for what we'd done, but it didn't happen. And kind of that realization that still after everything, people looked at me with fear and confusion or hate. You know, it was hard. It was hard. But you never did that. So thank you for putting trust in me. And thank you for being my friend when no one else was.
Now look who's getting soft.
I clink with my fists on my metal frame, and I go, not quite yet. And
I just knew that.
I begin like awkwardly putting the board game away, putting Conqueror away back in its little travel case.
I knew you had to find yourself. Something about that. Something about me latched onto that. And I think, in a way, watching you discover things has given me new perspective on who I am. So thank you for that.
Well, there's I'm sure there's still plenty more to come. It's things only get wilder by the day, and there's no sign of it slowing down.
I hope not.
Oh no, me neither. It's been great.
As this moment fades into the mist, we return to Sentinel waiting in this cold room by Daxoketh's corpse. An hour has gone by, and that halfling healer, that promised halfling healer, the Jurassico Air, is back, and he calls for the person who asked for their help, and the clerk verifies with them that they have received the payment, and so they take you and Daxoketh and whoever wants to go up in the Benacium. And he takes you to the first floor, where it's like a bunch of medical wards where people are there, just curtains concealing the people inside. He takes you to the second floor, which has more of enclosed spaces for healing. And from that you can see up, and you can see this big column in the middle of the room that supports this metallic altar at the top, and you can see wooden bridges that lead up to it by stairways in this floor. So you go up with that halfling guy who puts Daxoketh on the slab of that altar, and you see this halfling healer. He has the octagram of the sovereigns on his neck, he is a follower of the sovereigns. He works for House Jurassico because of his mark, and he is a member of the house. And so he puts Daxoketh on the slab. He looks around at each of you, and he goes, so this might be difficult. Sometimes things could happen, and because of that, I will have to verify that this spell can be cast. And he sits for a moment in front of the altar, and he begins to weave a spell around as he's holding the symbol very close to his chest, and he's muttering a prayer. Sovereigns, guide us. And slowly the magic of the altar begins to light up, and Daxoketh raises a little bit of the altar, floating slightly in the air as this guy focuses on this spell. Nate, I would like you to roll a d20 for me.
Oh. This one rolled a nat 20 last week, so.
Okay. Give that to me in private, if you.
Sure.
Okay. So while you were waiting, I would consider this a short rest, since you didn't do anything taxing at the time. But I would say you also heard multiple people get into the Benacium who are also victims of the Emerald Claw attack. So you see this halfling focuses, and then suddenly he opens his eyes as the symbol just almost dribbles his hands, and the magic in the altar begins to fade, and he shoots up from his sitting place, and he goes, "Take him away."
What do you mean?
You can get your gold back. I can't raise him.
Why are you so alarmed?
You don't understand.
That's why I asked
Dulra.
the question.
Dulra is where the souls go after they die. And for a moment, you can bring them back, and it's fine. Unless the soul has started to go through the process of losing their self in there, I cannot risk trying to raise him, and one of the inevitables comes here and shatters this entire place on us. This is pulling back souls from that place is a very, very, very dangerous thing. I would not do it.
Where else are we supposed to go?
I'm sorry. There is nothing that can be done.
Well, damn.
Nothing can be done. Fine. We'll figure something else out.
I have
Walk
to
up to.
reiterate that it's dangerous to raise him from the dead. Not just on a night like this, but he is fading. I'm sorry.
I walk up to his body on the table, and we see that in the time that we were waiting, Dexicith has been cleaned up. The blood has been, as best it can, wiped off. His clothes were put neat, collar folded neatly and everything straight and the way it would have, he would have wanted it to be. And he just puts a hand on Dexicith's chest and he goes, "I'm sorry. We tried. We really tried." And, I lift him up.
We can do a burial for him if you want, for 3 gold pieces. That is something that we can do.
But they said his soul is fading, not fade dead.
I also said it would be very dangerous to try and resurrect him.
But it's not impossible. Is it?
It is quite hard. I don't say I don't have the physical or magical ability to do it. I'm saying that if we did it, one of the inevitables could show up, the wrong spirit could inhabit his body. Ghosts and wraiths from Dulra could come here and destroy this place. It's just not safe.
What if we promise to take responsibility? To fight whatever comes.
I won't do it. I'm sorry. I just won't do it. I cannot risk the destruction of this place, and I would advise you to do the same. To let it go. Wherever you take him, whoever tries to do this for you, they must be truly just insane.
We get it. You're not gonna help us.
No.
Let's just go.
And he looks at the clerk with the there. Give them the refund, the full amount.
Leo will go
I don't take
take
any
the
money.
gold. I'll take the gold off the counter to give to people once we're out.
Right. I would have contributed. I got behind.
So, you guys walk out of the Benakium. Hope lost in restoring Daxokith back to life. Are you going back to High Walls?
Does Sentinel take the body with us?
Yeah, I picked him up.
Okay. If we walk out of the hospital, he'll stop and he'll look to you, Sentinel. Ultimately, I think I'll follow your decision here, Sentinel. He didn't say it was impossible, just very, very dangerous. And, well, frankly, at this point, you really can't rely on many institutions or any of the houses to aid when people need it, really. So, maybe, I don't know how, if you were willing to do it despite the danger, we could find someone, an excoriate of House Jarasco, maybe, or someone who is not so tethered to the regulations of how things should be done. And we could do it somewhere.
We have days. Leo.
And we're
days.
in the biggest city in the entirety of Khorvaire. I know it's not likely, but if you are willing to not, if you don't want to give up,
I'll try. I'll try. But how long do we keep him? We don't know where he is. If what they say is true, and his soul is out there in this place. How long do we keep him there? How long do we force him to be there? How long do we attempt to bring him back?
I
We
don't
might
know.
even find anyone in that time.
Maybe not. But
I don't know if I can run around this city for the next week hopelessly looking for something, failing. I just... Doesn't matter how big and tough I am, I don't know if I can handle that.
I understand that.
Let's just go home for now. I need some time.
If I can, though, and I won't say anything else for the walk home. For 5 months, Sentinel, all signs pointed to you being gone for good. You were gone without a trace. Investigations and third parties that sent that Daxokith and I reached out to, over time told us that once a certain length of time had gone by, that it was hopeless, that there was no point in trying to look for you anymore. Because if you were alive, there would have been a trace of you. And I would have probably given up after hearing a lot of that, because I don't know where to look to when someone goes missing. I don't know what to do, and I certainly don't know what to do here now either, Sentinel. But I've never been one to let myself be frozen, and if there's something I learned in 5 months, is that Taxagath, distant as he might be to people, did not falter for a second. I don't know if he ever said it in so many words, but you were very dear to him. And hopeless or not, he did not stop trying, so I said I would keep trying as long as he wanted to, so I'll try with you for as long as you want to, Sentinel, because I know he means as much to you as you did to him.
He looks at you and just nods. Just slowly nods. Okay.
Guys,
Start quietly walk back.
start moving out of the Dragon Towers district, and again you pass by the other houses in the area. The Chimera of House Deneth, the Kraken of House Lerander. The Gorgon of House Kenneth, and the Hydra of House Fjarlan. And you are standing outside of that district, waiting for the lift that will take you down to the lower wards.
Did you say we went past House Kenneth?
Yeah.
Did you say? Yeah. We stood there, waiting for the lift to come, and Sentinel's, he's thinking back to the whole chain of events and everything that happened that he keeps replaying through his mind, and he remembers hearing the voice of Merrick's in his mind, telling him what to do and everything that happened after that. And then there's something that there's a little twitch, and cogs begin whirring in his brain. As he has a bit of an idea moment, and he he looks up and around, and he looks at the group and he goes, "What if? I mean, it's crazy, but what else? We have to try anything at this point. Come with me." He looks at the group. He says, "Come with me," and
Right.
I begin walking back towards where we walked past House Kenneth.
Okay.
What?
I'll follow you without question. Once we start walking, once we're getting to House Kenneth, I'll glance in the direction of Jonas and then back to you. Sentinel, where are you heading?
I don't even know at this point. But we have to try everything. And we have nothing. And this was the last place I would have wanted to go. But I mean, That man took me away and brought me back to life.
A house.
And after everything he's done to me, he owes me.
I don't know that he will see it that way, but what the hell? If you say so, we'll follow.
I
Jonas,
have to
will you
try
be safe?
something, and I just speed up.
Will you be safe coming back here, Jonas? Sounds like he kept you prisoner for 5 months.
If Sentinel has enough courage to go back into the dragon's lair, if you will, then I will.
Okay.
As you go towards the Canith Tower and step into the darkened interior of the place, as this late at night, most of the shops and the services of the house is not available this late at night. But once you enter Sentinel, you hear a voice in the back of your head, the voice of Merrick's going,
I was actually going to try and reach out to him.
I have been waiting all night for you, Sentinel. Yet you arrive just in time.
Look,
Please.
whatever's happening between me and you, it's put on hold right now, in this moment.
Uncle Merrick's, I
My-
told you no dating my friends.
Well,
My
I would
friends
rather
are
What the
we
fuck?
and I have
speak
nowhere else to go.
in person. And you see this wall just moves up, and you see this lift inside. We can
I,
have a face-to-face talk with all of you. Very excited.
If Sentinel could take a deep breath, he would. But he stops and he just kind of straightens up, and then he steps into the elevator.
Okay. So the elevator takes you down and lower into the Kenneth Tower, towards the granite halls, and even a little bit beyond that. It takes time for you to get there, until you reach this dark hallway, and as it opens up, it begins to light with magical lights. And you have been here before, Jonas. This is the engine room. But you don't see like the big like scrapyard with the dragon parts and stuff like that. This is like an enclosed lift that takes you down there. And as you go there, you hear Merrick's voice coming from the end of that hallway, as like numerous like glass or like almost like glass parts in the ceilings begin to light up with this reddish color. And he invites you all in, and you see he is not in his masquerade attire. He's wearing like a black cape over like a black shirt, and there is this almost like this metallic armor on his like gauntlets and on his shoulder pads, and this like purplish energy source beneath his shirt. Welcome. I've been waiting for quite some time for an official meeting with all of you, and it seems like circumstances have finally been met for that to happen. I
Oh,
hope that the journey here wasn't too long.
oh, walking through a few districts in Sharn after nearly dying repeatedly after a surprise attack by terrorists. Yeah, the walk was very quick.
Can we get on with it?
Sure. I mean, I could have
We-
reached out to you, but at the end of the day, it's all about free will.
Is it? That's ironic. Coming from you.
Of course, I have calculated the possibilities, and I have seen the likely outcome of you approaching me. And I am very happy, Sentinel and Jonas, that both of you are here tonight. I think that we all got to know each other in a very tense situation, or at least the truth about each other in a very tense situation. But I assure you that tonight it's all about saving a friend.
Really? That's why you pulled me away and had me save you instead when my friend was dying on the floor.
That
Suddenly
was
now
very
it's about saving a
kind of
friend.
you. Well, some pieces has to be in place for certain outcomes to occur. And you could find cruelty in that, but what I find is I value people making their own choices, but at certain times it's hard for people to make the right choices.
You saw this. You knew this would happen. You saw this in your thing.
And you see the machine like behind him flares with a red color. And he goes, yes, Axiom revealed it to me. But it's not what you think. There could have been hundreds of different outcomes. But you follow what you think will be the best out of all of them. I think this is it for all of us.
So was bringing my friend back part of Axiom's vision?
Well, I try not to. What can I say? I try not to spoil it for myself sometimes. I like to be surprised from time to time. And
It's
I knew
okay.
that
This
you
is
will
all
be
we're going
here.
to.
No, far from it, actually. This is very real, and the stakes could not be more higher. But I just want to see what will happen if I take my hands out of the reins and let things go as they could go. Seeing if I am truly justified in trying to guide the people I care about into doing the right things. But enough talk about me, and let's talk more about your friend.
Can I? Sorry. So that comment about the people he cares about and wanting to guide them and blah blah blah. Can I insight check that to see if that's genuinely what he believes, that he
Is
cares
it-
about me and he just wants to guide me in the right direction? And
Yeah, sure.
because it could be the case that he's genuinely just insane and he actually believes that and he doesn't understand that what he's doing is messed up. And I want to at least try and pick up on anything that's going through this man's head.
Joe?
So 15.
15. You You get like the sense that there is like truth to what he is saying. You're not sure if it's like his mentality that is like too damaged, that he's saying things like that, or he believes in a weird sense of fate that he can actually push people towards that grand fate that he dreams of.
No,
But he goes.
my friend.
It has been a couple of hours, so I assume that his soul is already fading, and you have tried to bring it back, but it's very difficult. And I will tell you why it's very difficult. Because in many ways, Dulra, this plane of souls, is a grand machine dedicating to processing those souls, and the pull that draws the spirit to it is a mechanical effect, part of the fundamental physics of reality. And I have to tell you, I am pretty good with machines. That doesn't mean that I have on me the tools to pinpoint your friend's soul in that machine and reel it back to his body by exerting enough force to overcome that pull. I understand it in theory, but to do that, I have to actually find him in the gears of the machinery.
Well, you said your machine sees everything. Let it find it.
Well, my machine can see everything, provided that I can give it information for it to act upon. Information that I do not have. But it exists in this universe that we are in. Actually, it exists right in this city. There is a manuscript written in the Age of Giants by the Khorvaire Dominion, some of the most powerful mages in existence. In ancient times, they lost a lot of people in a cataclysmic conflict with extraplanar entities. And so they, in their powerful magic, they tore a gateway to Dulra, and they sent an army to recover the spirits of those lost in this cataclysm. But none of them returned. There is an intelligence to that plane of souls, you see. Someone is gatekeeping those souls from trying to get out. But this manuscript details how they pinpointed those souls and how they found the path towards them. Of course, they were, I wouldn't say simpletons, they were great mages, but they lacked this fundamental truth that they have to trick the machine somewhat to get what they want, which I can do. So, if I were to bring back your friend, you'll have to bring me back this manuscript.
Where is this manuscript? I assume you must have an inkling then, if you're bringing it up.
Yes. This manuscript is in the library of one of the nobles in Sharn, a man called Lan Hazal. He is in Grey Wall, a district in Middle Tavik's Landing. Really a quite close-knit community of Karnathi immigrants whose families settled here long before the last war. The Hazal family are leaders in this district, and they invested a fortune to recover scrolls and texts from Zindrik, the land of giants, and one of those being the manuscript that we need.
Is that what this is about? You want this manuscript for souls? We saw what they did to that Carnathian golem.
Well, it's beneficial to have, and I can't just go to that guy and kill him. I am Merrick's Decaneth and I need it. So I guess in some way, yeah, it's all about that manuscript.
And why do we trust you? What stops you from? We deliver it. You say thank you, and then don't help.
Well, the first thing that you learn in the house is that you have to try, and you have to have a model that you can work upon. And the manuscript could be valuable on its own, but without an application to it, a physical thing that is to be created from me acquiring that artifact, it will be useless. And the process is not without danger, and having a volunteer to that would be nice. And also, you know, you are a capable group. Who knows what will happen when we try to pull him back from Dulra? A number of unwanted denizens of that plane could get their attention focused on us. But if we are careful and we do this in the nearest time possible, I think that your friend's soul might not be lost forever.
Sentinel, I look at you cold and sad and just say, "He'll help. I hate him, but he always keeps his word."
Thank you, Jonas.
Sentinel looks down at you, and you get a look of, like, Sentinel knows deep down that he will help, but his thought process is for a different reason. Well, it's not like we have much choice.
Yeah, Merrick's, we don't have much choice, which is great for pushing desperate people to acquire things you want. What else will this manuscript do for you? It will help us maybe get Daxkith back, but how else does it help you? How will it improve your machine?
I don't think that's something that you really need to know about, and I'm not going to explain what I want because maybe you don't understand it really.
No, but well, at least you confirmed that it will be a key piece in your machine by your answer, so that is good to know, Merrick's.
Bring it back and maybe I will toss in a few more information. I mean, this would have cost you 750 gold pieces at a Jurasco enclave, and I'm doing it for free, so at least I'm
Okay.
saving you some gold.
So you're not doing this for free. Whatever.
You're getting
Wouldn't-
something you want very
It-
much.
They wouldn't do it anyway. Let's just go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be waiting here trying to intimidate me or whatever. Your friend is in a dire state.
Fine, fine. I start walking off already. No point in wasting time here.
Are you going to take the corpse with you?
That's up to Sentinel.
Do I know of like a place we could keep him? Like,
Nah, me like going back to high walls and putting him in a place, then going back and bringing him. This is time that is used up.
Probably the place to leave him is here, but that's got its own kind of ick.
yeah. There's not really anywhere else we can just leave a body.
Bodies tend to stink.
I can't imagine any of the inns would be particularly open to us renting a room and leaving a corpse in there. So
He'd be a great guest. Outside of the smell, he won't leave a mess. No noise complaints from him.
Merrick's is gonna pull a weekend at Bernie's while we're gone.
Oh my god.
All right.
I turn to Merrick's and I go, "No, we're not. He's gonna wait here while we go and get this thing for you, and you're gonna take good care of him."
Of course.
Time for another chip implant.
Oh no. No.
But,
Chip for
guys, make your way up towards the back to the city, and you will be making your way to Grey Wall, which is not terribly like far from here. At least by like a bridge that will take you there. But
Grey Wall
What?
tonight?
But
Oh.
we leave our party here to go to. I mean, if you like, this is a thing that we can discuss later. But like, if you're going to do it tonight or not, up to you. But as we leave the group to make the decision on where they are going, what they want to do, we go back as Daxokith is in this cold hallway, and we go back to Metro at the night, the eve of the new year, 977, where young Daxokith is going to a gala in one of the Vermishards, one of the 7 spires that rise from Mitrol to pierce the skies. Illusory lighting is embedded in them, and the plateau at the top houses the noble estates of the royal and noble bloodlines, as well as the enclaves for House Cannith and Fiarlan. Here, high up, away from the war waging on the front lines, in the heart of Sire, where wonders are made real, the celebration of the new year is a wonder all by itself. Enchanted fountains that produce wines and like fruit juices, flying mounts carrying the flag of Sire, the riders singing and reciting poetry about the glory of their nation, dance and music all around on gardens that float in the air, flower petals falling from them, while illusions of old heroes and legendary artists chit-chat with sirens wearing gala attire, long light cloaks with glimmer weave illusions woven in them, gloves with various floral designs integral to Siren fashion, all reflect the individuality of each guest, made even more personal with jewelry made of copper, leather, wood, and glass, mostly in the shapes of wings or bills, both icons associated with Sire. So, tell us what young Daxokith is wearing to this New Year gala?
It is ridiculous. It is resplendent with so much gaudy jewelry. He's he's just showing off. This is like peak 90s elven culture. It's loud and it's a little rebellious, but it just doesn't care. And it's like he's as the complete opposite of the little shy kid. He is comfortable, he's in his game. Yeah, he's great.
Okay. So you walk past multiple guests here, the dancing, the music, and you find Lilia dancing in a familiar routine, using like bells that are attached to bracelets and ankles. Herself is wearing this purple dress with like a white floral pattern to it, with a black feather necklace. And she looks gorgeous. And this entire place, this entire memory it's happy. It has dance and music and energy to it. And the party goes on. And you wish that it never stops.
He
After the party.
remembers. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Go
you
ahead.
go. You go.
He's remembering the food, the smell of Metrol and Sire, the atmosphere. It's a different climate. It feels different than Sharn. Yeah, he's just remembering the senses. He's taking in the feeling of that night.
You have something to do tonight after the party, as Daxokith takes Lilia somewhere else. Where do you go after the party?
Walk in the streets of Metrol. Just maybe the less fancy part of town. Taking her down there. He feels on top of the world. He's got a pretty girl on his arm. Yeah. He's going nowhere. Nowhere in particular. Anywhere with Lilia is perfect.
Okay. And she's for the first time in a long while. She seems happy. Like she seems to be enjoying this moment. But she looks to you and she says, It's getting late. You told me that you wanted to show me something, so here we are.
Yes, wanted to just let you know how much I have enjoyed seeing you become happy. I worried for so long that you'd never be able to be happy again. And I don't trust many people, and I need someone to trust, and I wanted to show you something about me that no one else knows. Up here, actually, and they're outside like an older part of Metrol that isn't really lived in much anymore. The streets are like dead quiet. All the countries of Khorvaire are war torn, and this is a part of Metrol that was no longer livable because structures collapsed because of war. And yeah, so he points up, and you could see like a balcony at the top of the building, and it's this old rickety building that's missing walls at times, and you got to jump to get from one place to another. It's like from the outside it looks completely, you would never think that there's anything in there, but if you are curious enough, you could see like, oh yeah, you could parkour your way up to the top. And yeah, he does so.
She follows suit because she is also well trained, and both of you climb up to this building that was destroyed in the 50s in the Battle of Metrol. The buildings and the towers, they remained like abandoned. Although other parts of Metrol were rebuilt since those days, this in particular, this like tiny place in Metrol stayed like almost ruined, as a reminder to what could be lost again if Sire was to lose the war, what could be lost if her children did not fight for her. They did not know that Sire will be destroyed anyway. But you make your way up to that balcony and you look at the city of Metrol, the 7 spires, the vermi shards alight with illusions and music to celebrate the new year.
It's a beautiful view. It's distant. It's so quiet here. So the only thing that you hear outside is the faint popping of fireworks. You know, it's far, so you get the echo. It's really eerie, actually, out in this empty streets and streets of emptiness. But Daxiketh knew exactly where to go and exactly where to see the perfect view, and he takes her up to the balcony and he kind of shows her they're just admiring the lights. And Daxiketh also, while she's looking at the lights, Daxiketh is going to go look for, he has a box hidden in this room somewhere. He's going to go try and find that box subtly without her knowing.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, because why not?
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. It's an 11, but that means I rolled a natural 1. But with reliable talent, that's a 20. So.
Okay.
But I don't know. I still rolled a nat 1.
That's fine. That's fine. So you make your way to that box.
Yeah.
Do we see what's in the box?
Yeah. It's a very fancy box. Much like the Conqueror game that he got with Sentinel. It's very ornate, very, very fancy looking. And in it is a pendant, very feminine looking pendant. And yeah, he closes the box and he heads back to the balcony where Lilia is.
And she looks back at you and she's smiling and she's looking at the explosions. Her face is lit up by the lights. She goes, This is a very lovely view. I never imagined to see anything like this. Thank you. It has been a very lovely day.
I think so too. But I feel like I have to tell you something about me, because it's something someone should know. And he puts the box down on the balcony. Clearly it's a gift for her because it's the cleanest thing in here. he says, I'm not who you think I am. I called this home for the first 8 years of my life. This balcony was all I remember from that time, really. Lived on the streets of Metrol and hid out here. Until I was taken in by Grandmama and Elmsworth. And I think it's fair that you should know that.
That you are an orphan? Well, I knew that, but what do you mean you lived here? Like, I thought that they raised you in the manor.
No. I had to hide here because and he tells her to turn around, and when she does, Daxaketh's form fades away, and it's a very natural changeling in front of her. And he says he says, I don't look like who you thought I was. And he urges her to turn. He kind of starts to turn her around.
She does. She turns around slowly.
So this is... He clears his throat. So this is me. I'm Noz. I'm sorry to have lied to you for so long.
She looks at you. What? You're not Daxaketh.
No, Daxaketh is it's his grandma, and I just before I met them, I took care of myself. I could become anyone I wanted to, but I didn't want to always steal from people, and that's basically how I got.
And
Got
so
along.
you stole the life of someone else. Is the real? Did you kill the real Daxaketh?
No, he was gone. I never knew him. I saw him once when he left, when he was a kid, and then I just figured I'd take his place.
Take his place? Is that... Do you think any of this is normal?
No.
You see how Grandma, she loves you so much, and you are not even her actual grandson, and you're just pretending, and you're betraying her, betraying Elmsworth, betraying me.
He oh man, yeah, he gets quiet. He says, I'm sorry.
Sorry? For years, we have known each other. I have known you as this snotty Daxaketh guy, and now you're telling me you're not him, and you are this. And you stole his life, you stole the love of his grandma. You stole. And what do you think is going to happen now? Do you think that I will say, oh, this is such a wonderful thing that you have shown me here today. I cannot wait to go back to the estate and keep lying to the people who took care of us. That's what you think will happen.
No, I thought that you'd want to know. I don't.
Yeah, I would have liked to know when we first met, when there was nothing between us. But now you come here and you show me this place and you show me this gift and you are telling me this. I don't even know who you are, but I know that you are a liar. And I don't want to be part of any of this.
Yeah, he's hurt. It's strange because changelings' faces are close to featureless. But that doesn't mean they're not expressive. And yeah, I mean it weighs heavy on this featureless face. He's young, maybe a little younger than 17. Maybe a year or two. So for years he's been pretending to be someone a little older than him with a little more emotional security or emotional fortitude than him. And yeah, for the first time he can be himself in front of someone else, and it just didn't work. Yeah. He's sad. He's sad.
In this moment of silence between the both of you, she pushes past you and she walks away from the balcony.
Oh. He wipes a tear away and he watches the fireworks go off. Yeah, he sits on the balcony and watches her head back to the rest of the city. I think he'd stay there for the night.
You stay here for a while. Sleep eventually tries to take over you, but it's difficult. You're replaying the thing again and again in your mind. And you almost sleep, have this moment where you just drift in a dream. But then you wake up with this sharp, pain of a kick in your stomach as you see three large vermishard guards of the city of Metrol. You see Lilia behind, and they look down at you. And this is the guy, and she just nods. And one of them grabs you with a heavy gauntlet and yanks you up. And you see the other guy who seems to be the captain of this unit, and he goes, slowly, do not want the fancy attire to get cut or something. And he just nods and he holds you there. And you see this captain, this very grisly person with brown hair with streaks of gray in it, and seems to be a scar on his face. And he goes, do you understand what you did, kid?
He He just says, I was just taking care of myself.
Yeah. Impersonating a noble is pretty heavy crime to get you a few years in prison. We have a witness of that as well. Looking dire for you, kid. Looking very dire.
Yeah, well, I did it, so fine. I won't fight it.
Good for you. And they take Nas from this balcony towards a police station, a guard station in Metro, where he will be put there for a while before he is trialed and sentenced. It's not most likely. It's a memory. This happened. It was bad. And Nas was put in prison because of it in the distant past. But as we back away from this memory, back to the group in Sharn, where we will pick up next time when they go and try to bring him back before these memories that he's experiencing fade and his sense of who he is fades with them. Well, thank you guys for being here. It has been quite long. But we thank you for sticking around, talking to the audience, not you. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And yeah, see you next time. It's exciting. Can't wait to be here next time.
Bye.
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 You guys are the best.
What the?
Yeah.